Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Skagit Storytellers. This is a special one today. Selena Mac is my guest, episode 54. She was recommended to me by several musicians in the area, and I know why. It's really cool to hear about how she was the karaoke queen of the Valley, and she taught herself how to play guitar the last few years during COVID. And look at her now. She has her own band called The Dangerous Curves. She also plays with Leo Boots and Company, and she is in Cats Like Us. Cats Like Us is playing at Ramble Tamble tonight, January 20th, in Bellingham. $10 suggested donation, and the weather's good now, so head up there. The week after, she's playing at Brando's Barbecue, and I've never been to that barbecue place, but I've heard a lot about it, and that's on January 27th. I also didn't know they did music there, so it's pretty cool. Thanks for coming over, Selena. I'm glad your story's out there, and I think it's going to inspire some people, and I can't wait to see what 2024 brings for you and the Dangerous Curves and all your other stuff. I also have her Spotify link on the description. In that link, or if you go to Spotify, it just has the one song so far, and that's actually one of the songs that she plays in this episode, and it's been kind of going through my head lately. It's very catchy. Okay, so that's the episode today. This is also the end of season 1. Ending on a weird number, 54. If you guys have listened to this podcast a few times, you might know that, or if you know me, you might know that I like to dabble in ultra running. My biggest thing though is I basically either DNF, did not finish races, or I'm chasing cutoffs the whole time. And I don't want to do that for this upcoming race. The Chuck and Nut 50K and I have a long history. I've tried to run it 4 times. The first time I ran it, I DNF'd at mile 20. Second time was COVID. Third time, I finished, but I technically finished past the cutoff, which I don't think counts. Ultra sign up did count it, thank you, but over 9 hours is not something that I am proud of. So wait, I guess that's 4 times. Sorry. So I signed up for Chucking Up 50K this year. It's on March 16th, and I'm gonna train for it. And what I'm finding is that I can't train and also do this podcast. Not that the podcast is like getting in the way, like, I gotta do the podcast. It's that I love this podcast so much. I will choose it over anything all day. The other morning I came up here just to, I think, get a file on my phone so I could listen to it while I ran. And I ended up sitting here for 2 hours, and I finished an episode. It was Todd's episode, actually, the one before this. It's too addicting. I am addicted to recording with people. In the episode with the guys, I think it was the first one, they were joking about how I was going to have an intervention for podcasting, and it's kind of true. I really, really love it. But I also love ultra running, and I don't like repeating races. So the fact that I've done Chucking Out a couple times, I feel like I'm not done yet, and my goal this year is to finish mid-pack, and that just means that I really need to stick to my training plan. I actually didn't really train last year at all. The fact that I finished is pretty amazing. That just goes to show how much mental toughness plays into it. But I want to be physically ready and mentally ready. And so I have a 10-week training plan that I'm going to commit to as much as I possibly can. Get as much time on feet as possible to try to avoid more blisters. And I'm going to finish mid-pack. That's my goal. So I was thinking about putting the podcast on pause for a bit. But there's also another thing that kind of popped up in our life. The studio is going to be moving. We're selling our home, I want to say March-ish. So if anyone out there wants a 5-acre farm with a beautiful farmhouse on it, 2,700 square feet, recently remodeled, updated, let me know. I can come show you around. We're going to be selling the house in March, and Olive's dad is going to be living in Burlington, and I'm not really sure where I'm going to find a house, but so the studio will have a brand new setup, and between the moving, decluttering, organizing, staging, and moving and all that stuff, and the running, that's all I got. That's the bandwidth that I have. And I'm really proud of myself because I normally don't pause and reflect like this and make these choices. But I went away a couple weekends ago, or last weekend, and I had probably the most relaxing weekend of my life. And the last couple days, we've had really bad weather, and so we haven't had school. So we had 2 snow days. And I think the weekend, coupled with the snow days, really helped me, kind of reflect and see what was important and what I need to do. And yeah, I'm very, very much excited for this next chapter in my life and the next season of Skagit Storytellers. I don't know, maybe I'll bring video in. I'm not really sure. All I know is I was supposed to record with 5 people tomorrow, and I canceled them all. So, sorry guys. I know I'll get to you eventually. I have a list of probably 100 people that I'm going to record with. So don't worry. Skagit Storytellers is not going anywhere. It's just going into hibernation for a while for for good reason. So it's going to be back and just as good as ever. So thanks for being patient, and I hope you come back and listen. Who knows? I may just publish a random one that I have already recorded if time allows, but I'm not going to make any promises or make any deadlines. Just kind of see what happens. So all I know is that Checking Out 50K is March 16th. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to that race. I'm going to finish mid-pack, come home, shower, and then I'm going to go see all my friends at the Muse. So make sure you get your tickets for the Muse. I was just checking online, and a few tickets have been sold since I last bought mine. So this is what happens is people put off buying them, and then suddenly everyone starts buying them, and then you're scrounging to find a ticket. I've seen this happen a couple times at the Muse. So make sure you go to Friends for the Ghost. It's their Instagram page, and they'll have a link in their bio for tickets, or just go to the Conway Muse page. It's March 16th. Cascade Cody and his Unpulled Bootstraps, they're opening. And then, we'll get to hear all the awesome songs from Friends for the Ghost's new album. And that's basically the Wes Jones Trio rebranded with some extra people. So I'm really excited for this. And if you come to the Muse on March 16th, you can see me hobbling around, and you can ask me how my race was that day. And if I fall asleep during the show, Wes, it's not you, it's me. So it's going to be a really good time. I will be at that show, guaranteed for sure. The other show I'm going to be at that I think you should also be at is the show in Rockport on February the 3rd. It's going to be my birthday party. That's what I'm calling it. My birthday's actually on Groundhog Day, the day before. But I'm going to call the Rockport show my birthday party. So come out and see Narachi and Pretty Much Nothing. And I'm probably going to bring a cake and some balloons. So make sure you come out. And that's no minors, no cover, no mercy. So come out to Rockport on February 3rd. Also, make sure you get your ticket for the Muse on March 16th. As far as live music, there's just so much. Gosh. Cody has 1,000 shows. Wes has a bunch of shows. Zach does as well. And there's just so many to list. There's now a Mardi Gras show in Concrete, which looks amazing. The Dimes are playing. Pretty Much Nothing. Narachi. There's like 2 other bands, I think, too. So go celebrate Mardi Gras in Concrete. I will not be at that one. I'll be in Mexico with my daughter. So you have fun. You have fun up there. Okay, so shows, podcast update. I think that's it. Yeah. Cool. Well, I normally write these intros out and to get an idea of what I want to say, but I didn't know what to say for this one. So I'm just kind of rambling. So thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Selena always updates her Facebook page or her IG with where she's at. Her Instagram is Selena_Mac_, or just find her on Facebook. In the episode 2, she talks about how she will have eventually a Dangerous Curves Facebook page, logo, all that stuff. So I really want to hear her and her friends play in that too. Okay, that's it. Love you guys. Enjoy your end of January, February, March, and hopefully I'll talk to you again in the spring and be of use. And as always, go do something hard.
Howdy, partner. Welcome to one of the most northern parts of the United States of America. Travel with me upriver as we talk to a bunch of ladies and fellers and they share their tales of wit and wisdom. That's right, it's time again for Skagit Storytellers with Liz Rankin.
All right, how's that?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Wes said something about hearing you do karaoke. And then
I've done karaoke. I've sang with him before.
Okay.
And I used to sing all over this valley in the 90s.
And then Charlie said something about how you taught yourself how to play guitar.
Yes.
I just think when someone's a good guitar player, it's because they took lessons when they were a kid or they're a natural. But did you teach yourself guitar when you were an adult?
Yes.
I love that. I feel like we don't talk about that enough. You're 40, pick up a guitar and learn it. If that's something you really want to do. Yeah. The stand to get in front of you. Yeah.
Right there.
Just so you're super comfy. Like NPR voices.
Okay. NPR.
We're professionals.
Yes. Okay.
On Skagit Storytellers podcast.
This is neat.
I love my studio. It's amazing.
I think this is great. You can do it right from the laptop. And
I know. And that's the thing is like, it doesn't, I mean, I have fancy mics and stuff, but my first thing I ever had was a different laptop and like just literally one mic. Mm-hmm. And the audio was not that great, but I did it. And I think that I want people to see that like, it doesn't take a lot of know-how. I just went on YouTube and learned all this stuff. And, I'm a teacher. I'm not a I'm not a podcast host. I don't know anything about tech. I just figured it out because I love it. So yeah, you can do that if you want to. Yeah. I like talking about how we met first. I'm trying to think when I actually met you for the first time. I think it was at Zeke's Pizza.
At
Cats
Zeke's?
Like Us were playing?
Yes.
Yeah. And you were playing with and who's in that band?
Bob Paltrow, Stone Jones, Miguel Garabay. Yep.
Yeah. And how did you get into that?
Bob just messaged me one day on Facebook and said, "Hey, I'm doing a little project together. I'd like you to play guitar." And
that was pretty recent. Like you guys have only been playing together.
Yeah, we haven't been playing that long. We did some festivals this past summer, and that was really fun. And we actually have a show coming up in January at Ramble Tamble there in Bellingham. So.
Oh yeah, Wes just played there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it was a good show.
Yeah.
So are you from Mount Vernon?
I was born in Mount Vernon, so I'm born in Valley, but I was raised on Whidbey Island in Oak Harbor, so that's like my hometown over there. But this is also home too. I've lived in Skagit Valley for most of my life, so yeah.
And so you were born here, and then how did you get into music?
Well, my dad played guitar, and I have a lot of musicians on my mom's side of the family. My mom sings. All of her sisters sing. Her brothers play guitar. They actually have a band.
Oh, what band?
Well, it's like just a family band. They're all from Mexico.
Okay.
So my mom and dad are from Mexico. But Dad used to play the guitar for us when we were really little, and so I got exposed to music that way. So
yeah. What kind of music would they play in the house?
Oh gosh, I'd grow up on Johnny Cash, Perry Como, Lawrence Welk, Patti Page. All the old country greats, Willie Nelson, Kenny Rogers, things like that. So,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Do your siblings play too?
No. Not really. Well,
No.
I have a sister who played the clarinet and band, but no, I'm pretty much the only one that's really kind of flying with it and going for it.
Yeah, because you play guitar now. Did you do band in school?
Nope.
No.
I was choir.
Oh, okay.
Big choir.
So you kind of were a singer first.
Yes, I was a vocalist first. Yeah, before anything. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And you were saying that before that you did lots of karaoke?
Yes. In the early 90s, I was the karaoke queen here in this valley. I have the award to prove it.
Wait, you actually have an award?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
My best friend bought me a silver award. It's not like it was awarded to me like from, the karaoke guys, but
the karaoke Federation.
My best friend Bobby gave me a gift, said best number one karaoke singer. So, but it was something I enjoyed doing. I had a lot of fun, met a lot of people, and
what were some of the songs that you were known for?
Gosh, Reba McEntire, Trish Yearwood, a lot of country. Yeah. So I'd have to say my root music would be in the country, and then it switched over to the blues and the edgier blues, but things like that.
So how old were you when you picked up a guitar and you were like, okay, I want to start playing?
How old was I?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, that was I want to say probably right around when I turned 50.
Yeah
I just started tinkering with the guitar, but I wasn't so passionate about it yet. I was just like, just kind of messing around with it. And then
what was the turning point? Like, what made you really want to learn? Did you feel that way hitting those milestones?
40, not so much. I was still mothering young children back then, but when I turned 50, I was at a family reunion in California because my dad had died the year prior. And turning 50 was special. Yeah. And I think that's what gave me the confidence, to like move forward and do what I'm doing now. So
you turned 50 around COVID?
Well, it was 2019.
Okay, yeah.
2019. My dad died in 2018, so it was the following year. So it was that summer, 2019. And, I'm like, I'm 50, things are going great. And then I had some stuff happen that December that wasn't so fun. And then 2020 hit. And that made it even suck more, on top of everything that I was going through at that time. So I mustered up the strength and started playing music. And I think, I hate to say COVID was a blessing in disguise, but for me it kind of was. Because I don't know if that whole year hadn't happened, that I'd be where I am right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I had a whole year to just focus on playing and writing music, for the first time ever.
Well, and I think that, events like that, they could have negative and positive effects, you know? Mm-hmm. I mean, my mom passed away when I was 23, and obviously it was horrible and terrible. But then I think I wouldn't have ever traveled overseas I don't think I would have, if she had passed away. I just needed to get out, and I never would have met CJ. I never would have had Olive. And there's this really beautiful song from, do you know John Craig? Excuse me. John Craigie?
No.
Really great folk singer, great storyteller. And he sings this song called Dissect the Bird. And it's this beautiful song about just life. And he says, basically, he talks about how, like, you get to this point where, everything's kind of seems to suck and you're complaining about just life in general. And he's like, yeah, but it kind of sucks sometimes, but also like it's a complete miracle that you're here. Like, civilizations had to fall for this to happen, and people had to, meet randomly, and that spark had to happen, and then for you to be born. And he sings people had to die so your eyes could open.
Oh.
And I always think about that and my mom, and I always look at Olive, and yeah, so it's like you were saying, like, I feel bad saying that COVID was kind of a blessing in disguise. Like, I think that things can be both, and that's okay, and we're not like celebrating like, COVID, but I think it's good to look at both sides, like what the situation, we're both kind of going through right now. Like, there's good parts about it and bad parts. And were your parents born here? Or
no, they were born in Mexican.
Oh, okay. When did they come here?
Back in around late 60s. mid-60s.
Okay. And they like settled here first, or?
No, my dad had come over. He lived in LA. So I've got a lot of cousins and aunts and uncles in LA. So there's that. And then,
what brought him up here?
He got offered a job from the Naval Air Station on Whidbey Island to become a tech rep. So he was a contractor for them. And they would call Dad anytime there was something wrong on the aircraft carriers. If they couldn't figure it out, they call my dad. So my dad wasn't essentially in the Navy. He worked for the Navy as a contractor.
Got it. Okay.
He was retired Air Force. He was in the Air Force for 4 years, and he was a good man.
And did he meet your mom up here?
No, they met in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
So
so they came together.
No, he came first to the States, and then he joined the Air Force, and then he asked my mom to marry him. Actually, over the phone or through a letter, I believe it was. But and then she came over, and they've been up here ever since, and they lived on Whidbey Island. That's where I grew up. So,
have you ever heard the story of how they met?
How they met? They met at my uncle's house. She was helping one of my aunts, like just helping around the house or something like that. Kind of like maybe a nanny sort of position from what I remember the story. Sorry, Mom. But, it was love at first sight, that kind of thing.
Really?
So, yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
So
you grew up on Whidbey?
Yep.
I've only been to Whidbey a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the fortunate to play over there this last June. I played at the Buskers on the corner there, and it's the Oak Harbor Main Street Association, which is also part of the Oak Harbor Music Festival. So I was honored when they asked me to come and play with them. So that was a big, huge highlight of the year last year. So this was a really good year for me musically.
Yeah.
It was. Had single released. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So.
What did you release it through?
Through DistroKid. It's on all platforms. So.
But like, did you record it? Like,
I record at Plum Tree Studios in Stanwood, Washington, with Richard Williams.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And why did you go with him? Is he like a friend of yours, or?
Yeah. Well, he's my bass player's husband, so that kind of helps a little bit. No, he's like one of the first people I recorded with. I met him at a Chris Seeger show at the North Sound Brewery a few years back, just before COVID, and I heard he had a studio, and I went beeline right for him. And I said, "Hi, my name's Selena." And he's like, "I'm Richard." And I bought him a beer, and we just started chatting and we hit it off. And I said, "Hey, I'd like to record a song." So I recorded a couple of covers with him, and then one with Chris. So that was a lot of fun. I said, you know what? I'm just going to record it. It's a cute little shabby chic little studio in Stanwood, Washington. Yeah. And I absolutely adore it. It's great. And it sounds awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
Before I really got into music like this, I just assumed that you just had to record in like this fancy studio with all these, foam on the walls and the people behind the glass. And it was this sterile environment.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that there was all these small studios all over the thing, and I'm a newbie to the music industry. So learning all of this, it was really exciting. And knowing that I didn't have to go to a big fancy studio in Seattle and pay a ton of money, and I can help support the local music producers here that we have here.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're an extrovert, introvert type person? Like when you're going out to all these, when you first started, meeting all these people and being like, "Hi, I'm Selena, musician."
I was extrovert. I mean, I didn't introduce myself to people that I was a musician because I hadn't started really playing and being serious about it yet.
Yeah.
But I'd go up and I'd said, I really enjoyed your set. I love that song that you did, or that cover, the way you arranged it in such a way you kind of made it your own type of thing.
Yeah.
That sort of thing I talked to people about. I was like building other people up. I wasn't trying to, put myself
here's my
blasting.
card.
Yeah, I wasn't doing any of that.
Yeah.
But I just I appreciate what everybody's doing. So
yeah,
it inspires me. So.
Yeah. I think I saw Bob at the Honeymoon last weekend, and he was like, "I just want to say I love what you're doing with your podcast. It's so great." And I was like, "Oh, like which one?" He's like, "Oh, I haven't listened to any of them. I just really like what you're doing."
He's funny.
I was like, oh, thanks, Bob. You want to come on? He's like, sure. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that would be.
How long have you known Bob for?
I've known him for a few years. I did a show with him where he played keyboards in Leo Boots and Company, which was the first band I did. And thank you to Leo, if you're out there. Thank you so much for helping me get the music off the ground. We played it in Birch Bay at the Beach Bar.
Okay.
And it's a 5-star dive bar. And it's great.
I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah. And that's when I first started playing with Bob. We had a rehearsal, I think, the week prior to that show. And he's in the Rolodex, I guess, to call for a keyboard player. So, but yeah, he's great. And I'm glad to be working with him, with Cats Like Us. It's a really fun band.
Yeah. So what are the 3 bands that you're in?
I have my own band called Dangerous Curves.
Oh,
yeah. I have Missy Squire on drums and Judy Williams on bass. And we're just 3 girls just up there trying to rock it out here.
I love that. So what kind of music do you guys play?
We play my original music that we do. And then we play a lot of covers. So things like we'll cover Samantha Fish. We'll cover Larkin Poe. We'll do Kiss.
Okay.
I mean, it's a broad spectrum of music. And everybody's
generally rock.
Yeah, rock. Okay. We're kind of a rock band, really.
Yeah.
But I like the edgier blues. Like I said, we do Samantha Fish. I'm going to see her tonight, by the way. I'm going to Seattle to go see her.
Good luck.
And yeah.
I hate go to Seattle.
Oh, wow. I've got it all planned out. I got a parking spot reserved for me, and we're all good. But
awesome.
I just like the edgier blues, so I do that in a lot of my writing. But I love Kiss. I love Poison. I love so much music. We do country. We've done Merle Haggard at a private party before. And then you switch over to Kiss. It's just fun. Everybody really enjoys what we do there.
And so you said it's Judy and Missy?
Judy and Missy.
So how do you know them?
I met Judy through Richard, and we started playing together at her private party. We did Olivia Newton-John. Right about when Olivia Newton-John passed away, we wanted to do a song together. And then I've been always wanting to work with Missy and have her as a drummer in my band, whatever band it was, and now I've got her. So
yeah.
So we've got the Dangerous Curves, yeah. And then, of course, I was with Leo Boots and Company, and Leo came up from Sacramento around right the tail end of 2020, I think it was. It was Christmas time, I remember, and he played at the Woolly Market.
Yeah.
And we just started doing some blues music together. He kind of showed me a little bit, kind of took me under his wing and showed me about the music business and doing gigs and getting paid and just arranging a gig, who to call to help you play music.
Great.
And that. So that, I appreciate that. That he taught me how to do all of that. He likes to help everybody with that. So he's a very humble soul that way. And then, of course, the Cats Like Us band that I'm with. And so those 3 bands, they keep me pretty busy.
Yeah. Where does Dangerous Curves usually play?
Let's see. We played at the Old Edison just a few Saturdays ago.
Oh, cool.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
We played at the Mirkwood, and we've done some festivals over the summer. Between here and Bellingham.
Oh, wow.
And we've got some festival dates already lined up for next year. And so we play all over. So, yeah, you'll see more of us.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
And I'm assuming that the curves, are they referring to your body?
It could be anything. We can make it sexy, we can make it dirty, naughty, whatever you want. We're still working on a logo for our band. We don't even have a Facebook page. Everybody says, how come you guys don't have a Facebook page? Well, I don't want to put a curse. If we do that, the band will break up. Because that seems to happen when people they put the cart before the horse or whatever, or the horse before the cart, and the band breaks up. So no, we'll get there. I think that in 2024 we'll have a Facebook page and everybody can follow us. So.
I will say though, I feel like half of my life is just depending upon Facebook events. If there's an event for something and I click interested or going, I'll remember it. If someone just puts like a little post out like, hey, I'm doing this thing, I'll be like, yeah, I want to go, and then I'll just forget. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to go, but I just forget. So.
Yeah, the social media is definitely a necessary evil. Sometimes Instagram, you got to keep them both going. You got to stay relevant.
Yeah,
you got to keep posting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say Clay made my new logo for my podcast, my typewriter logo, and he's amazing. He could, I don't know, he could probably bang on a logo in like 5 minutes.
That would be awesome.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love talking about Miguel because he hates when I talk about him. Can you just picture him like just getting so upset right now? I love it.
Yeah, he's kind of grumpy sometimes. He's a grumpy cat.
Did you listen to his podcast? Oh my gosh. I loved it.
Yeah.
For so many reasons. But yeah, the fact that he didn't want to come on and I harassed him and finally he said yes. So I said, hey, you want to give me some words about Selena? She's coming on. And he just said she's determined and passionate, progressing musically like no other, serious, not fooling around about the music she loves very much. And I love that.
Oh, that was really nice of him to say.
And then I asked Wes, and Wes said when I first met Selena, she was just doing karaoke. She has always been a huge supporter of the local music scene as well. She basically taught herself guitar. She also is a total sweetheart. I need to go out and see her play again.
Yeah, he's so sweet.
Yeah. And Charlie said, I met Selena when she was just a music fan that sang for a bit of fun. She's gotten so good so quickly, and she's an awesome supporter. I see her at gigs all the time. And I feel like that's huge. Like, I love that other musicians love to go see other musicians play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's huge.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Also, I would like this part, which was going to lead me into talking about your kids. Charlie said, I also met her at Hugo shopping for her son. He's also a rad guitar player that went from never playing before to playing SRV tunes really, really quickly. What's SRV?
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how many kids do you have?
I have 2.
Okay. And what are their names?
Lainey.
Lainey?
Lainey, and she's 22, and I have Case, who's 20.
Okay. So is it Case who plays the guitar?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he pick it up the same time as you?
Well, when I went to that family reunion I was telling you about, my son stayed home to watch the house and feed all the animals. It was just me and my daughter that drove down to California. And I went and got a guitar for him and an amp. And I said, I don't want you playing the Xbox the whole time I'm gone. Okay, do something constructive. So I handed him this and I go, learn how to play this. So we go on the vacation and then I come back. We were gone for like maybe a week. He already learned like a bunch of songs and he was already playing pretty well.
Wow.
I mean, almost like intermediate. And I'm like, you just learned this. And then he kept practicing and he can play Eruption by Van Halen. And he probably learned how to play that within the year of starting. That was really, he's gifted. I don't think I'll be able to play as good as my son. I mean, he is really gifted.
And he's never played an instrument before?
Nope.
Wow.
That was it.
Was he really, really into music?
Yeah, he was for a while. There was a passion for it, but he wasn't interested in starting a jam starting a band, or he did go to one jam with me, but I'll invite him, but it's not really something he wants to do. He likes to film movies.
Oh.
So he and 2 of his buddies are filming a film. They're making a film. They've been filming in concrete and all over the place in the valley.
Movie? What is
I don't
about?
know. It's kind of a surprise. So so that's what his movie making is kind of his thing right now. So anyway,
that's so funny. Does he know AJ, who did a horror movie in concrete?
No. So
AJ did a movie called Hawkett.
Oh.
And it came out a couple years ago, I think. He's one of my podcast episodes. Mm-hmm. It's so cool because AJ's like, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm going to figure it out. Mm-hmm. You know, and I feel like that's a huge theme of this podcast. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so AJ's a huge, I think could be a huge inspiration to a lot of people for sure. People just don't know about him.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. But so because your son is 20, you said?
He's 20. Yeah.
Okay. And so how long has he been like doing this filming thing?
Probably for the past year or so.
Yeah.
It's just something he's interested in doing.
Is he going to college for it or?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just on his own?
Yeah, just on his own.
When I was a kid, at least, like I thought that you had to figure that out after you graduated high school. Like, okay, what's your career going to be for the next 40 years, right?
Exactly.
Where he's like, oh, my mom's 50 and she's learning how to play the guitar and she's like going to be a musician. Like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I finally found what I want to do that I'm super passionate about, and I've found my people.
Yes.
I found my people, and it's the music culture. Those are my people now. I'm finally home. So
I think what I love about the musicians is that there's such an angle of vulnerability, that I mean, you might get it from other people, but it takes a while to get to. Whereas with musicians, it's like right there. And you're with every song you're playing, you're vulnerable to even just messing up a song that maybe you've played before, or playing a new song, or giving feedback to someone about their song. Like, there's so much emotion in just every interaction. That's what I love about all my musician friends.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's like, kind of let's cut through the small talk and just really dig deep and talk about real stuff in life. And that's
I like
what I love
that.
about
It makes it more of a family, or a bamly as we call it. So the bamly, band family, bamly. Family.
And then what's your daughter's thing? What does she like to do?
Well, let's see. She likes to design clothes. So she's been taking some classes, some college courses on manufacturing and merchandising for clothing, but she'll design and stuff. So
cool.
But she did that in high school, and she's doing that now. She's not doing it for a job right now. She's got another job to help support that passion of hers. So, but yeah that's kind of what they're doing. They're still young. So I used to live in Concrete. Used to go to the TP Inn for karaoke when Dave and Marilyn owned it. It's right next to the Eagles, but now I don't think it's anything. It looks like it's boarded up.
Oh, not in Concrete?
No, in Concrete. It used to be called the TP Inn.
Is there an Eagles in Concrete?
Well, there used to be.
Oh, sorry.
And then they had the restaurant that's just down past the grocery store.
Oh,
called the North Cascades
section.
Inn too. They had karaoke there also.
Oh,
so there was two places in Concrete. That small little one-horse town had two places for karaoke. That's how big karaoke was back. I mean, in the 90s, it was really huge, and I'm glad it's back again. It's really big.
Do you feel like it's back to what it was?
Yeah, even more so.
Really?
It seems like karaoke's everywhere, and it's popular again.
I think almost every night there's karaoke somewhere.
Because it died out for a while, and now it's back with a vengeance, and I think it's great. I mean, it gets people out of their comfort zone, people who never sang before. I remember when I got up the first time, I didn't know what karaoke was. I was bartending as just a side little gig at the bar that I was telling you about in Burlington, Hooligans, and I go, what are these people doing? They're up there. And they're like, oh, they just sing a song, and I go, oh, do they have the words in front of them or something? And then they're like, yeah, there's a screen there. You sing right off of it. And I'm like, oh. So I got up there and put my song in. It was a Linda Ronstadt, When Will I Be Loved? That was a first karaoke.
That was your first song?
First one. And I sing that with the Leo Boots and Company song.
Nice.
I learned how to play that on the guitar.
Yeah.
And, but that was the first song that I ever did. And then I'm like, I like doing this. This is fun. And I just build confidence. I got braver and start doing more edgier songs. And there you have it. So.
Well, and I think that, I always go back to this one story I heard about Hunter S. Thompson. I love Hunter S. Thompson. And he talks about how he wanted to know what it felt like, because he wanted to write like the great American novel. And so what he did was I think he just typed out an Ernest Hemingway novel. He just typed the entire thing out, just word for word, because he was like, okay, what is this going to feel like? And I think that sometimes, when people want to be musicians, like, maybe they don't think that, maybe they think they have to start writing their own stuff right away, but like, it's okay just to work on maybe covers for a while, because then you can feel what that feels like. Do that a whole bunch, and then, tweak some things, right? Figure some stuff out. So one of my favorite books I read this year was, do you know Wilco at all, the band? Jeff Tweedy's the lead singer, and he has a book called How to Write One Song. And actually I saw Clay reading it, and I asked him about it, so I bought it. And he has really great ideas of like how he writes songs. And so I was going to ask you what's your process?
I just start I just start plucking away at the guitar and coming up with a melody.
So you get the guitar or the music first?
Yeah, I don't start writing out stuff. Now, if something comes in my brain, like a phrase or something that somebody said, or it was in a movie that I watched, I'm like, oh, I like what that person just told that guy, or I like what she said to him when he was, doing that, and I'll write that down in a notebook, and it may end up being a verse in a song. So I'll set those aside, but then when I want to start writing a song and I feel that creative bug hitting me again, then I'll start playing some chord progressions. And if they sound right, I'll record them, and then I'll start putting some lyrics to them.
Miguel was saying that for him, the hard part was writing lyrics. And I said, well, what was the one thing that kind of pushed you to actually start writing lyrics? And he said, I got dumped. So do you feel like for you, was there something specific that like helped you start writing?
Yeah, it's kind of like when you get dumped, it's like, how did that make you feel? Write it down. It's like, well, yeah, I feel pretty shitty, you know, and just everything. It's feelings, really. What songwriting is, it's feelings and how you feel or how you see things, what your environment is. Write about that stuff.
So do you like start writing when you feel something, or do you try to sit down every day and make it a routine of like, okay, I'm going to try to do something today? Or do you give yourself deadlines, or is it just like whenever it strikes you?
No, it's not anything so structured. It's very impromptu. It's just, even if a melody comes in my head, I may be singing in the shower and I'm like, oh, I like the way that sounds. I have to record it immediately because I'll lose it if I don't keep it going. I'm like, how did that go again? So I have to record, not myself in the shower, but I mean the voice. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's not anything that I make myself sit down to. It's not structured like that. It's not rigid. It's got to be natural and flowing. Just like when there's an empty canvas and a painter starts painting his or her inspiration. So it's just like that. It's the same, it's like when you're painting or
do you do other art besides I was thinking, do you paint or do you
I like
write,
to draw and dabble, just little like mandala type looking things. That I color blocks and paisley looking, just weird abstract things like that. So but my daughter's the one who's the artist. She likes to go to those paint and sips and do really beautiful. She's got that talent. She can draw. Both my kids can draw, so I don't draw very well. That's why my stuff looks abstract. They're the ones who are the artists. So
I feel like that's common for musicians to have like kind of a couple different outlets, you know?
You have to.
Yeah. I love the sort of meditating. I have this, it's called a reverse coloring book.
Oh.
Have you ever heard of it?
No, it sounds like something I'd be into, though.
Your daughter would love it, too.
Yeah.
It's basically just blotches of watercolor.
Okay.
And then you take a fine tip Sharpie and you create whatever you want.
Okay.
It's Kendra Norton. She's a creator of it. I mean, other people have done something similar, but I'm going to get a refill of coffee. We have about an hour, so we're doing great on time. Yeah. And then we get back, I'll talk about what Sonny said about you.
Oh, okay.
Isn't Sonny amazing?
Yeah, he's great.
How did you meet Sonny?
Let's see. I've known him. Well, I know his dad had a band.
He talked about that a bit in the podcast.
Yeah. They were psychobilly, I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
Type of music. And I think that's when I met him.
Was his dad a drummer too?
No, he played bass.
Okay.
Played bass. And then I hadn't seen Sonny in forever until just recently, you know, and then I'm like, hey, we should get together and play music. And see, I did sing with his band one time. We did a couple of songs. We were at a private party.
With his dad's band?
Yeah, his dad was playing bass, Sonny was playing the drums, and his brother, I think, was playing guitar.
Oh,
Tim
cool.
is his brother, yeah.
Oh, Tim Brown, yeah.
Yeah, and
I didn't know Tim played. That's funny.
Yeah, and so... Yeah, Tim's wife and me, we were pregnant at the same time. We had our babies.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's how far that goes back.
That's awesome.
But then, you know, people lose touch and we don't see each other. And then I got back in the music community and there's Sonny playing with the Gin Gypsy. When I saw Gin Gypsy the first time, that was at the Summer Concert Series in Burlington. absolutely fell in love with that band. I mean, Michelle Montoya, she's got a fabulous voice. Sonny's back there just hammering her away on the pots and pans, and I go, this is a great band. And I started listening to a little bit more of the local music around here. And Lazy Acres did a show there at that summer concert series. And I go, well, I like them too.
They're so good.
Yeah. I remember messaging Wes, and this is long before I was picking up a guitar, messaging Wes saying, when are you guys going to play next? You know? And so he sent me some links, I think, of where to follow the band, and very supportive. He's always right there. He goes, if you need a PA system, you call me. He's like, I got you. He's one of those I got you kind of guys.
And he means it.
So yeah, absolutely. Yeah. He's very dependable. So yeah. I like that edgy grunge thing, and I like to mix it with bluesy stuff. Kind of like what Corey Vincent does. And he's another one of my guitar heroes too.
Don't get me started on Corey. Yeah, we're going to talk about Corey for a full hour.
Oh, I know, we could. So, and yeah, it's just, there's so many people I'd like to mention and thank. JP Falcon too. He got us to play down at the Central in Seattle. JP Falcon is a musician out of Whatcom County.
Okay.
And I'll tell you something about JP. He used to host karaoke down at the Hong Kong Gardens in Mount Vernon, the Chinese restaurant. I used to go in there all the time and sing.
Really?
Yeah, he'd be hosting. And then
at a restaurant?
Yeah, at the restaurant there in the bar.
Yeah.
And, after a while, after I got married and have kids, I wasn't doing the karaoke scene. And then it wasn't until up a few years ago I saw JP again, and he was playing music. He's in his own band.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, this is great.
Oh, I love it.
From karaoke host to doing music full time. That's what he does. He's a full time musician. So
really?
Yeah.
What's his band?
JP Falcon Band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's on. You can follow him on Facebook, and he's an excellent musician. He really is.
Yeah,
he's wonderful. So
nice.
Lives in Bellingham.
Okay, so what's this song called?
This song's called Blue City, and this is a song that I dedicated to all these traveling troubadours that live in this area. So this song's for them.
Speaking of traveling troubadours, Zach Michaud is coming over today.
Yeah,
he's going to record a brand new song here, so I'm really excited.
Great. He was one of the inspirations for this song too. So because I just love, he's such a storyteller. He and Jack Mattingly, storytellers when they're up there performing, and it's just amazing. I love that.
Yeah, New Year's Eve at the Hub is going to be really fun with those two.
Yeah, so much. So.
All right.
All right, here we go. Here's Blue City.
Bring me home.
That was good.
Thank you, Liz.
Yeah, I could agree with a lot of lyrics in that for sure. Yeah. Do you have? So you said that's a single.
Yeah.
Is it a single for an album that's coming out?
Hopefully, that maybe by mid-time next year, the end of next year, have a full album. I just kind of want to trickle out the singles a little bit, kind of give people a taste of what I've got, and then they can have the whole compilation on one album. So
this is the only song that's been released. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Do you have another one that no one's heard yet that you want to?
I could probably do that.
Is that your notebook?
This is my songbook. This is all the inspiration. Yeah, I could do a song that nobody's heard before. Actually, I played it at a blues jam. I was invited to do a blues blast at a blues bash at CCR in Snohomish last January. They invited me to open for C.D. Woodbury, he's iconic. He's a local blues musician, excellent guitarist, one of my favorites. So I got to open for him, and I got to play this song. And this is the only time that I played that song, was back in January. So
I've never seen a musician's lyric notebook before. This is really cool.
Yeah, this one's got all kinds of fun stuff in it. So,
do you prefer to just write by hand, or do you have do you write stuff on your phone?
No, I do it all by hand.
Always pencil?
Yeah, because then I can erase everything. Yeah, so here, let's see if I can get this one on. It's called Ain't No Use. Saturday night has come, yeah, I've had them work week blues. Oh, Saturday night has come now, oh, I had them work week blues. Oh, I'm gonna cut loose tonight, don't try to stop me, 'cause it ain't no use. Gonna pick my poison, Lord, anything I choose. Gonna pick my poison, oh, anything I choose. No beer or whiskey for me, oh, 'cause it ain't no use. Shop bartender, Lord, ought to kill my blues. A tequila shop bartender, oh, it's gonna kill my blues. Don't kick me off this bar stool, 'cause it ain't no use. Oh, Saturday night has come now, Lord, I got them work week blues. Oh, Saturday night has come down now, I got them work week blues. Oh, don't try to stop me, no, no, no. Don't try to stop me, said no, no, no. Don't try to stop me, 'cause, oh, it ain't no use. Okay.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, that one's pretty newish. So even though I wrote it last January, but I don't hardly ever play that one. So
you gotta release that one.
Yeah, that's.
I had just posted a picture of you.
Oh,
and while you're playing, and Miguel's response, typical Miguel, said, "Bad bitch."
That guy.
Oh yeah, I wanted to share really quick what Sunny said about you.
Oh.
Selena is an awesome example of someone that wanted something, put herself in a position to do it, and is accomplishing that goal. Totally inspiring. The fact that she is accomplishing her goals while being so kind, so humble, and so very talented is a further inspiration. She reminds me to not take being a musician for granted, and to enjoy those around us.
That's really sweet.
Aw.
Thanks, Sonny. Gosh.
He's such a special person.
Yeah. He is. Okay, so you wanted to hear another song.
Yes.
This one's called Throwdown, and this one is it's also local music inspired, going to all the different venues and listening to music, and it was kind of cool how I came up. I was kind of hoping the new Roadhouse movie would pick this up, because I would love for this to be on the soundtrack. It would fit right in. Just a plug for that.
Well, wait, I was going to say, your son's doing a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, are there going to be any Selena Mac songs?
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have him film my music video. That would be cool.
You should do that. Yeah.
And my daughter, she likes to dabble in photography. She's got a really nice camera. So she took a lot of the pictures that you do see, like on the on my Blue City, that first picture of me on the tulip field. She took those pictures.
Oh, nice.
So yeah,
there you go. You got all the tools around you.
Yeah, I've got. But it'll be the family thing. They'll take care of everything for me.
That's awesome. Okay.
All right. So here's Throwdown. Traffic, getting on with my day. Tired of yelling at people always in my way. Gotta break free from this horrid reality. Gotta get to a place where I can be free. At the throwdown. At the throwdown. Yeah, yeah, yeah. At the throwdown. At the throwdown. Get down now. This ain't no honky tonk, this ain't no disco. No need to sit during this rockin' show. Music so loud, roof about to blow. Don't fall in love, 'cause you will lose your soul. At the throwdown. At the throwdown. Yeah, yeah, yeah. At the throwdown. At the throwdown. Get down now. Time, better get back home. Good time was had, now baby, that's the goal. Glad I went to see all of my friends. Gonna get up tomorrow, do it all over again. At the throwdown. At the throwdown. Yeah, yeah, yeah. At the throwdown. At the throwdown. Get down now.
Love it.
All right.
The throwdown.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun when I just kind of put myself in anyone, especially at that old Edison. I think this one kind of reminded me of that. I would be in the crowd, or I'd be dancing on the dance floor, listening to whoever was playing up there, and just it just got so loud. Everybody's having a good time. It was just everybody got to escape from whatever bull crap they were going through. They didn't have to think about anything negative.
Yeah,
and it was just fun. they just let loose and throw down. So
that's funny because actually the song kind of reminded me of like Corey stuff. And I know Corey's played the old Edison.
That's a compliment and a half. Thank you.
Corey's played the old Edison a few times.
Oh, yeah. He's seeing him fill that whole venue up. People are there to see him. I was there for his album release party, and I was like, I want to have an album release party right here in the same place. So, yeah. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I spoke to John Hyatt, the owner, and I shook his hand, and he remembered me, I think. And I go, I went from patron to player. I used to come in here and sit at the bar and have a little drink and then see who was going to be coming up to play and listen to live music and stay there.
What are some good venues you like to play at?
Let's see. Well, the corner.
Like, where does the Dangerous Curves play? Or have played?
Well, we played the Edison.
Yeah.
And then we played Grovestock up in Ferndale.
Oh, yeah.
And
wait, was that with Corey?
Yeah, Corey played that.
I came up to that show.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, he played at a different one. There was 2 Grovestock events.
Were you at the one with Pretty Much Nothing?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't go to that one. I went to the other one. Okay.
Because Cats Like Us was playing that, and so was Dangerous Curves.
Oh.
And Leo Boots and Company. So I got to play with all 3 of my bands at Grovestock. And let's see, Dangerous Curves has played at the...
Did you guys play at Cats?
No. No, I played there with Leo Boots and Company.
Oh, because that's where I met you. I met you there. Because Miguel was playing.
Miguel was playing, yes.
Yeah, and I'd never been to Cats.
Okay.
And I think I was at school, and it was a Wednesday, and I'm like, I'll just stop by.
I do remember that.
Yeah,
I remember seeing you there. Yeah.
I was like, this place is so weird.
It was fun. And I'm glad there's more live music going into that place there, too. So
is that kind of new?
No, it's been around for a long time.
But like having live music, though?
I'm seeing more live music coming up and more. Now, Corey, he's played there, and I think Savannah Wood, she plays there quite a bit. And so, but there's getting more and more people in there. So other bands and other people, it's getting more of a variety, and I think that's good too. So, and
you played at Barley and Brew recently too, right? With Leo,
with Leo Boots and Company, played there, and they're going to have us back hopefully next.
I really like that place.
Yeah, it's fun. I want to play inside too. I haven't done that yet.
That was cool. The show that they just did with Jack and Wes and Cody.
Yeah, nice. Intimate
I wasn't sure how that would work, but it sounded really good, and it was fun. It was packed. Cool. Okay, so I guess where could people find you?
Well, they can follow me on Selena Mac.
I'll put
Facebook.
All your links.
Yeah, I don't have a website
yet.
There's a YouTube channel, Selena Mac. I can give you the link for that.
Yeah.
So right now, all of my Dangerous Curves performances are on YouTube by way of Rich Williams' YouTube, just Archtop. But I've put all of those and shared them on mine, so people want to follow me there. But website coming soon. And you have logos coming soon. All of that.
We'll talk to Clay.
Yeah.
Do you have a show like right now that you can plug or coming out soon?
The Cats Like Us, January 14th at Ramble Tamble. I'll be there playing guitar and singing with them. Yeah. So that's what's going to be happening. So,
no Dangerous Curves.
We're going to be playing at the Central Saloon in Seattle, I think in April, but we're not confirmed a date yet. Oh. So, but stay tuned. Just if you follow Selena Mac, I always post up on my cover photo what's going to be happening. So, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. I can't wait. Yeah. I've heard of the Central Saloon. I heard it's a fun place.
I was thanks again to JP Falcon for inviting us for the Curves to go play down there, because that is like the grunge birthplace. All the biggies all played there.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing. It's iconic. It really is.
I feel like I need to meet JP. Would he be fun on the podcast?
Oh, yes. I would highly recommend interviewing him.
I'll reach out to him.
Yes. He's been in this area a long time playing music. He is a veteran. Oh, absolutely. I love him.
Yeah.
Love him, adore him.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thanks for coming over.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
For having me. Yeah.
All right. Thanks.